I didn't drown, 'cause you were right by my side. I am a living testimony of the goodness of the Lord. Hey, this is the doing of the Lord.
What shall I render? Indeed, what shall I render? What shall I render?
So I want to cut it out now. Okay, and on the slope, I want to give half-inch allowance. You can see what I'm doing. If not, it's going to affect your length. You can see I took half-inch to stitch it together. Okay, now what I did here, you can just skip this waist measurement. You can skip it, or you can just take it. It's a little different there, but I don't think there's much difference. The one up there, this is, I didn't take note of it. I skip it, the waist measurement, since the waist is on low waist, it's not on hip. If it's on hip, that means you still come back to this place, but it's not on hip, and it's not really a tight top. It's more or less of a crop top, but not that crop. So just so that is that for that. This is the back. Very simple. So I'll use the front to cut the back. I'll get the allowance for the button. I'm trying to pin it so that it will not, the measurements will not be affected, because the material is a little bit sticky. Okay, so I've pinned it now. So I'll make a fold also. Remember, we fold this on our low waist measurement, because the low waist is the width of the low waist is as in the length, the largest measurement is bigger than the bust. So I use this to make a fold. If not, you might end up wasting your fabric. So I want to place another fold now. So this one I'm measuring, I'm going to leave the allowance for button and buttonhole. Okay. Okay, so the buttonhole now, I want to leave 1.5. 1.5 for the buttonhole. Buttonhole, I'll leave 1.5. I'll fold it in, right? Okay, that is 3 inch. 1.5 is for the buttonhole, and I want to fold it in. 1.5 plus 1.5, that is 3 inch. Now, how wish you want to hem the folding now? That picture seen there, it's like they only use a hemming gum to hem it. They didn't stitch it through. But if you want to stitch it through, you still leave ½ inch to fold here. Like 1.5 is too much for the button. So buttonhole, let me measure. Okay, I think 1.5 is too much. Let me see, 1.25. Okay, 1.25 is enough. 1.25 is enough for the buttonhole. 1.25 plus 1.25, that is 2.5. So plus the half we are going to hem if you are hemming, if you want to stitch it through. So I'm going to leave 3 inch. I will leave 3 inch before I placed my back measurements. Now, I don't want to waste the material. So as you can see, I'm leaving 3 inch. 3 inch. So I'll still measure it. I will measure it 3 inch all through. So we say the difference between the back and the front is just the button. The button. So I'll leave allowance for the button. I will leave 3 inch. So you measure your 3 inch all through. Measure your 3 inch all through. 3 inch all through. So you can see what I'm doing. Please don't forget to subscribe, like it, and share. You can ask any question. Ask question. I promise to answer you guys. Okay, so I've measured 3 inch now for the button hole allowance. So I think that's all except for the neck. So the neck now, remember I said the neck, the back neck we took 1 inch, but for the front I'm going to take 2.5. I will take 2 inch. 2 inch. I'm taking 2 inch for the front. I'll still come back to, let me do this. Let me cut it out. So that is the only difference, the button. So I'm cutting it out. After this cutting, and I will now cut the neck for the front piece. The neck and the armhole, I'll go in a little. Sorry for blocking. You're here to subscribe. What are you waiting for? Okay. So back to this place now. I said I'm taking at the back, the length of the neck of the back was 1 inch. See what I'm doing here? 1 inch. So the front, let me take 2.5. I think 2.5 will be enough. 2.5. The width is still the same thing. That means that is the wideness of it, still the same thing. So I'm taking 2.5 now. Okay. I'm trying to create this mark here. So you fold, you curve it. As you can see. Okay. So I'll cut it out. Okay, so this is all about that. So I want to open this place up now. You know, that's the shirt is having a pocket, so we are still coming back to that. So just open this place through now. Okay, so what I will do now, I will fold it like this, so you can see what I'm doing, and I will iron it so that this place can have this iron mark. I will iron it through. So after ironing it, there will be a mark there. So on that mark, okay, maybe when I iron it, I'll still show you guys. So the armhole, remember we took armhole of 7, the length of the armhole was 7. So you try locate the half, which is 3.5, and you go in with 1/2 inch. Okay, as you can see what I'm doing. So you shape it from this place now. Okay, so okay, so that is that for that. So after I iron this now, I'll still show you guys how we are going to fold the button. Okay guys, this is the iron part I iron. You can see the mark. The allowance we gave earlier, this is the front part. So, and I gave 3 inch allowance. So I told you guys I'll use 1/2 inch to turn it in. After that, then you now join it to join this line now, this allowance now. As you can see what I did, I've already ironed it. So this is for the bottom. This is for the bottom and bottom here. Remember we said it's 1.25 now. As you can see, it's exactly 1.25. So this is for the bottom. The same thing I did to this other side. I've already done it to this side now. You can see. So it's now left for you to stitch it. You can use machine to join it, or you use hemming gun. I think I will use hemming gun because of the color of the material and other stuff. So I'll use hemming gun, but you can as well stitch it. Stitch both sides. And if you still want, you put all this material is thick, you can put interface, gum steel, and stitch it together. Or you put gum steel and hemming gun to gum it. Alright. As you guys can see, I've already cut the pockets. So I'm joining it before I join the front to the back now. To be more easier this way. So this is what I did. I measured 8 inch from this point to this place. Then I measure 1 inch away. 1 inch away from the beginning of the button and the buttonhole part. So this is what I did. I've pinned it. So what I will do now is to go stitch it to this edge. I'll stitch it. Then the covering, the pocket cover also, I will stitch it. I will stitch. I won't block the entrance, the pockets now. This is the pocket. So you come up a little with just few inch now. You stitch it. After you stitch, then you turn it and top stitch. You top stitch. So the same thing you do on this side, you do the same also on the other side. You can see. So after we are through with this, I will now join the front side to the back side. See what I did? So I've joined the pockets now. So this is the pocket cover. I left a little space now. You can see the space I left. Then I stitch the cover, the pocket cover. So after which we then top stitch this place. You top stitch it. Okay guys, so we want to do the collar. You can see that the collar has two parts. So start measuring from the beginning of the shirt now. Measure it through. So it's giving me 20.35. 20.35 divided by 2, that's 10.1 or so. Okay. Okay, as you can see it. So the length of it, I'm taking 1.5. 1.5 throughout. 1.5. 1.5. Please watch closely. You join it together now. Okay, this is on gum steel now. I want to cut it on gum steel before I put it on the material. Okay, so you are going to take half of this measurement now. Half of this measurement. Okay, half of this measurement. All right, so we come to this place. I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch. That's 0.25. 1/4 of an inch. I'll go down here to 1/4 of an inch from this place to this place. So what you will do, I'll do this way, join it to this middle. As you can see it, I join it to this middle. Then this down part too, you make it a curve I will join it to this place too, like a cup. By doing this, the collar is going to sit well on the neck. So like a cup now, okay? So on this side, I'm going to come in with 1 inch. 1 inch, then I'll curve it. So that the color here. So you can see what I did now, okay? So the upper part, that is this side now. I've already done it. I just want to show you guys how I got this. So I want to get this part now. So this part, at this edge here, from this place, I'm taking 3 inch. No, I'm taking 2.5, sorry. 2.5 inch, as you can see. Then here, you come to this place, I'll take 2 inch. This length depends on the choice, how you want your collar to be. Remember, it's like this. Okay, so you join it. Okay, you can see it's having this pointing part. Okay, how do we get that? You take this place, you take your ruler like this from here. Just take a ruler out of this place like 1 inch. 1 inch, okay? So you can see what I did now. So you can see that the collar is already standing. Okay, so what I will do, I'll cut it out separately. Let me cut it together first. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, what are you still waiting? Okay. Okay, as you can see, this is small child clothes. You can just use this exactly and put it on the fabric, but since it's an adult, so I want to do it separately. That means I'm going to cut the two out. I'll cut it out, okay? Okay, so you can see what I did is the one that will attach to the main body of the cloth. Why this one that will stay on it? Now, see what I did here. I'm just showing you guys. I've already done it. I don't want the clothes is an urgent place, so I don't want one will delay me. Okay, so I've already done it. So I place it on the fabric now. I place this gum steel. This one now. I place it on the fabric and ironed it. Then I left half inch allowance all through. Half inch allowance round it. Then I cut 2 of the fabric. You can see 2 of this material now. So I stitch it together with that half inch. I stitch it together, then turn it out, and I ironed it. Okay, I ironed it, so you can see how it's looking beautiful and neat. Okay, so you fold it and get the midpoint. We're still going to use that. You can see I've notched the midpoint. All right, so after that, this lower part now, you can see I've already done it also. I put it on the fabric and I ironed it. I left half inch allowance all through to join it together, and I also have 2 of this. I have 2 of this, the fabric. I got 2, as you can see it. Okay, so what we will do now, I'm going to join the 2 together now. Okay, so you placed the one that is carrying the gum steel interface now. You place it down and you put this one. Just follow me how I do it. As you can see, you also notch this one, the middle of it. So I'm joining this together. The notch part now is joining each other. You arrange it thoroughly. Okay, so after that, you now join this also. The notch parts, as you can see what I did. You pin it. So what I will do now, I will stitch it round. I will stitch this from here. I will stitch it round with that half inch we left. I'll stitch it around to this side. So after that, I'll turn it and still show you guys. I'll turn it and show you guys. Please keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe. As you can see, I've stitched it round. I've stitched it round to this side. So what next? We turn it out. You can see what I did. I've turned it. I've ironed it already. See what I did? Looking so neat. I've ironed it. It's looking so neat and beautiful. So what I will do now, I'll attach it to this press. Look for the one carrying the gum stitch. This one is carrying the gum stitch, so it's the ones I will face them to be up. See what I did now. So I'm going to hold it like this. Stitch it through. I will stitch it through. You can see it's exactly, you see it, exactly. So after stitching this, then I will now use this to turn it. Alright, I will show you guys. So I got the midpoint of this and even midpoint of the body of the top now. Okay, so I started from midpoint. I took it through and stitched it through. As you can see, this side is already formed. So what will you do? You just use this and turn it in. Okay, just with 1/4 of an inch. That's what I use to hold it in. As you can see what I'm doing now. You can also start, or you start from the middle and do that. 1/4 of an inch. You turn it. As you can see it. You turn it. Turn it. And stitch it through. Okay, the same thing to this side. And iron it. I'll show you guys the outcome. You guys can see everything is intact. Everything is intact. And I went ahead to stitch this place to give it good fitting. So everything is intact. Our collar is ready. So beautiful. Beautiful. So the last step is just to fix the button and the button pull. And the shirt is ready. And the trouser is ready. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. This one I'm going to hem it with hemming gum. I won't stitch it. That's the sleeve. I'll hem it with hemming gum with 1 inch. So I will show you guys the final results. Thanks so much.
I didn't drown, 'cause you were right by my side.